Welcome to Extreme Sports. I am your co-host LC. We'll be doing a solo podcast today. You do know that Extreme Sports is hosted by Big T, LC, King C's, Marvelous Matt. You can also catch Political Nation hosted by Tanya. You can catch the J Real Hip Hop Show hosted by J Real. Extreme Radio is on the rise. Stay tuned for all the greatest. Now today we're just going to talk about just a little bit of the sports. We are going to host a show tonight that we're going to talk a little bit more about it, but I'm just going to talk just a little bit about some basketball issues, some football, just a little bit of what's going on. Sports Nation. Check it out, Sports Nation. First of all, I want to give a big shout out to Tarver High. Tarver High School, again, is going to the championship game. These guys, man, this coach is unbelievable. They will be playing at NC State on Saturday. I believe the game started at 6. Playing against East Surrey. Not too much. I don't know too much about that school, but I do know Tarver High. Thus far, everybody that they had came across has not been a match. They have really been blowing people. I think the Southwest is probably on a team that really gave them a little bit of problem. Won't really much, but everybody else, they either blowing them out or just really destroying them, period. But again, big shout out to Tarver High. I really hope y'all boys win the championship. Y'all deserve it. Man, there's a lot of stars coming out of Tarver High, and that coach is a legendary. Because he keeps doing it over and over again. He's a legendary coach. Another big shout out to Oklahoma quarterback Kyler Murray, who is the 2018 Heisman Trophy. They picked the trophy last night. He won it. Big shout out to him. 241 passes out of 340 for 4,053 yards, 40 touchdowns. He only has 7 interceptions, and he has ran for 892 yards and 11 touchdowns. The man is doing big things. Big shout out to him, Oklahoma quarterback Kyler Murray, the 2018 Heisman Trophy. Now I'm going to talk a little bit about the football, NFL. My boys, the Dallas Cowboys, who will be playing today against those Eagles. And it's going to be a battle. It's going to be a good game. Because both teams know what's at stake. Dallas know they need to win this game to continue to stay in the playoff race. And the Eagles know they need to win this game to stay in the playoff race. But you got the Giants and the Skins playing today. And I'm hoping that the Giants beat the Skins so we ain't got to worry about the Skins no more. But the Skins still have a possibility. You know, got a good chance of getting in the playoff with the win today. But you still got to watch out for them Seahawks, who is 7-5. The Vikings is 6-5. Panthers is 6-6. They also can win today and try to get into the playoff race. It's going to be a very interesting day. This Sunday here is very interesting because I'm hoping everybody loses except the Cowboys. That's what I'm hoping. I ain't going to say it's going to happen, but that's what I'm hoping. As long as the Cowboys win, we still good. We need 8-5, and I'm feeling confident enough that I think we're going to beat the Eagles today. The Eagles did beat the Skins, but you know we expected that. Sorry, Big T, but Cowboys, if you're listening right now, get this W. We need it. 8-5, baby. We stay in the race. Now, let's go talk a little bit about basketball. There's a lot going on in the basketball world and the NBA. There's a lot going on. You know, the Celtics made history last night by beating the Bulls by 56 points. I'm not sure what that is about. That's like an NBA team playing a high school team. The Bulls need to get it together because the Celtics is not completely together. They shouldn't, under no circumstance, be beating you by 56 points. It's just a blowout. That's embarrassing. I wouldn't even want to play anymore after getting beat by 56. That's crazy. Dwayne Wade, my man, has played in 1,000 career games. Big shout out to D Wade, who recently just had a little baby. With Gabrielle Union, big shout outs to you all. D Wade, you're still doing it, man. You're still doing it. Let's talk about Embiid. Embiid said that he is frustrated with the current role he has since the Jimmy Butler trade. But since the Butler trade, they are 9-3. And Butler seems to, well, at games, depend on the game. Certain games I see him play, he seemed like he fit right in. And then there's certain games that I'm not quite sure. But that was my issue when they did that trade, that I felt like it's going to be hard for Embiid and Ben Simmons to play with Jimmy Butler. Not saying that they can't. It's going to take a while, but they are going to have to change their roles. Ben Simmons not going to be, his role as well as Embiid is not going to be the same than that Jimmy Butler's there. The question is, are they willing to continue to play that role and do what is necessary to win? Because right now, I mean, they're 9-3 since the trade, so that is a good record. That is showing that Jimmy Butler is fitting in to a certain extent. But, you know, Embiid, I mean, if you have to, me personally, it's not really about that person individually. It's about the team. You need to do what you need to do to make sure that your team is still winning. You know, sometimes when you get new players and you got trades, and every team goes through that. If you do a trade, you get new players, it's always going to be a time lapse where you have to figure out how to work together. And Embiid and Butler and Simmons and the coaching staff just need to sit down, talk it out, figure it out, what they need to do to just work together where everybody is happy. Because I think those three guys can be a dominant big three in the NBA league with the 76ers. They definitely can do some damage right now. They can just figure it out. Can somebody tell me what's going on with Houston? I'm going to take a quick commercial break, and then I'm going to come right back to Houston. Stay tuned. Sports Nation, I'm back. LC, co-host of Extreme Sports with the big TLC, King C's, and Marvelous Matt. Today I'm doing a solo show. So far we done talked about the Celtics and beating the Bulls by 56. Dwayne Wade done played 1,000 career games. We're just finishing up with Embiid, how frustrated he is with his current role, and we done talked about Tarver High going to the playoff again, and big shout out to the Cowboys who are going to win tonight. Let's go. And Oklahoma quarterback Kyler Murray, who is the Heisman Trophy. Now we're going to talk about Houston. Man, I was expecting Houston to be on top of things this year. After what I seen last year, like, these guys want to be ready. But they are 11-14. I'm not quite understanding, man. I mean, I know they got rid of some of the good pieces that helped them to get to the championship game last year, but I mean, the conference championship game last year, but man, right now they're looking rough. I don't know. I don't know what's really going on. I don't know if the players, the coaches, I don't know, but I think Houston definitely needs to shake it up. Maybe get some trades, get some new roster members, get something, and start working things out now because Houston was expecting to be number 2 under the Warriors. And we're going to talk about the Warriors in a little bit. Because right now, neither team has really impressed me to the point of what they did last year. So, Houston 11-14. Seeing games where James Harden and CP3 is balling. I see games where they kind of struggle a little bit. I don't think they have the role players to really step in and help them out. Capella has been playing a decent year. He had a decent year so far. But I don't know, man. I think they need to shake it up. Get some new players. Do some trades. Work some things out so they can be on top. Because CP3 is getting down to the end of his career. You know, man, if he can't win it this year, next year, I don't think he's going to win it at all. And new Warriors. Man, the Warriors, after that beef with Draymond and KD, Draymond had just disappeared. I don't understand. He was playing the game. All of a sudden, game over. Him and KD beefing. Then Draymond get hurt. I mean, I didn't see the game where he got hurt. Maybe he did get hurt, but he's been out for a while. I mean, is Draymond Green? Is he coming back? Because there has been talked about trying to get rid of him. They'll trade. I think the Warriors is going to break up after this year. As long as you got KD and you got Clay and you got Steph, I mean, the Warriors are going to be okay. I don't think they will be the championship team this year. And I think that's the reason why they're going to break up, because they're not going to win it this year. And I think they're just going to, they're going to break up. I think Clay may be out. I think KD may be out. Even Draymond Green, I think he may be out. It's going to be very interesting. And the Lakers, who is now my new team. Yep, I said it. My new team. Because I really don't have a favorite team. I have players that I really like. I used to be a Jordan fan, so I followed him when he with the Bulls. I used to be a Shaq fan, D-Wade fan, and then I'm just a LeBron fan. And I like other players. I like Kyrie, and I used to be a KD fan until he went to the Warriors. But once he went there, I lost all the respect. I like Russell Westbrook, and I like PG down there. But the Lakers, who is 16-10 right now, who is doing, I think, a pretty good job with the team that they have, trying to figure things out. And I know it's hard. I really understand. I believe it's hard for them to work with LeBron James because he's a different type of player. He expects much out of his players as well as he expects a lot out of himself, because he's one of the guys that put a lot of pressure on him to make sure that the game is in the win column for them. And with Ingram and Josh Hart, I think those two guys can really be key players. Casey Pope, he started all kind of ragged, but he's coming along, because I was like, man, he need to be on the bench. He's not doing anything. But then all of a sudden, he's stepping his game up. Ball, I can't figure the ball out yet. I can't figure that out. If I got to make a trade, I definitely wouldn't try to get rid of Ingram. I definitely would try to get rid of Hart. I definitely wouldn't get rid of Kuzma. If I had to get rid of somebody, it definitely would be Ball. Especially if they're going to bring in like a John Wall type player, definitely get rid of Ball. Because then we got Ball and, just get rid of Ball for John Wall. Or if you're going to bring in Melo, I still would get rid of Ball. I think Melo can be a good fit. He don't have to do as much. Post up, shoot. That's about it. If LeBron is not in the game, he does have the effect to take over game and get his own points, as well as Kuzma, as well as Pope, as well as Josh Hart. We can definitely use another shooter. A big shout out to JaVale McGee. McGee has been balling since he's been with LA. I'm very impressed with JaVale McGee, and with the partnership with Tyson Chandler and McGee, dynamic duo down low. You got some scorers, you got some rebounders, you got some blockers. Those three guys are going to do it for you. JaVale McGee probably has been his best year, especially in a long time. Man, with the Warriors, he was coming off the bench. Now that he's here, he's starting with the Lakers, and he's producing. Well, that's the main thing. He's producing. He's getting you the points. He's getting you the rebounds. He's giving you the blocks. And what I like about JaVale, he's not complaining. Since they acquired Tyson Chandler and Chandler, they're kind of splitting the time up. Where McGee was getting that time, they're splitting it up between the two. And they're not complaining. Neither one is complaining. They tag teaming it. They're doing their job. And these boys is out trying to get a ring. And that's what it's all about. And with these Lakers, the question is who they're going to get. Are they going to go after these guys? You got John Wall out there. You got Melo out there. J.R. Smith is still out there. Do I think J.R. Smith can be a dominant player? It just depends on which Smith decides to show up. It just depends. But it's getting ready to be. I think it's going to next month or so. It's going to be a lot of trades. It's going to be a lot of teams shaking things up because it ain't just the Houston Warriors that's looking bad. It's quite a few teams that the Celtics is not where they should be at. What I thought they would be at. Not sure what their issue is. I think they're trying to figure out what they're going to do with Rozier. If they're going to keep him or get rid of him. And I think this stuff kind of mess with guys' mentality. They already hearing their names coming up in trades, and so now you're thinking, I'm about to get traded, so what should I do? Should I go out here and ball out, or should I just have a I don't care attitude? And I look at the situation with like J.R. Smith and Melo, who is no longer playing, but yet getting paid. I'm like, hey, if you're getting paid and you're not playing, go for it by all means. But I think it should be set up where these guys still need to be playing, because if you're about to be traded, you need to be able to sell yourself. And with the year J.R. Smith had, with the year Melo had, they're not really able to sell themselves. But if you're playing this year and you balling out, teams looking at you, okay, Carmelo still got it, or J.R. Smith still got it. Right now, you can't say that because, they ain't playing. If I had to pick one, I'd probably go with neither one, but I think either or can be a shooter. If they can, we need some shooters in L.A. Know what I'm saying? We just need some shooters. If we can get all three of them, I think John Wall would be the best fit. We would have a dynamic point guard. Not only can score, but can also get you the ball. And Ball is, if Ball was a scorer, he would be a dominant player, but he's just not a scorer. And he's going to get you the assists, but he may not get you the points. He may have 0 points and 12 assists. But you got to be able to have somebody that can score. If you get some guys to take the pressure off LeBron, that would definitely increase your chance of winning the championship. If he can play the regular season half-stepping, that would help him out. That would save his body. It would save his energy. That would save him having to go through extreme physical fitness and all the other stuff that he does to keep his body intact. That would save a lot of that. He could be crucial come playoff time. But if he's having to play every game 120%, by the time he gets to the playoff, His body is winding down. These guys got to step up and just say, you know what, LeBron, we got this, and go for it. The Cavs gave the Lakers a run. Yeah, they did. I'm not a big fan of Colin Sexton. I think he's going to be a good player. He's just going to be cocky with it, and that cockiness is what's going to hurt him. Same thing with Victor Oladipo with the Pacers. His arrogance is what really hurting him. But the Cavs just got Matthew Dellavedova back, and they got John Henson, which they got rid of George Hill. So they acquired another shooter, a backup point guard, and got John Henson, who can play a little center for him, who can help out Tristan Thompson down there. The Bucks got Jason Smith and George Hill, and Sam Decker went to the Wizards. George Hill is coming off an injury, so it'll be good to see him back in uniform and see what he's able to do. See if he's able to, do a job that he needs to be doing. We'll go to another commercial break. Sports Nation, we're back at it again. LC, co-host of Extreme Sports, with Big T, LC, King C's, and Marvelous Matt. Let me tell you, Extreme Radio is blowing up the airwaves. We are doing big things. There are a lot of things that we're getting ready to do, especially come first of the year. Definitely want to stay tuned to that. Information will be sent out later. But this Saturday, we'll be doing a dedication show to Title Boxing in Greenville. That show will be just for Title Boxing owner Carissa and some of her trainers. You definitely want to tune into this, because you all, if you like me, not sure what Title Boxing Club is all about, you definitely want to tune in and listen and get some information on what Title Boxing is, because there's definitely a club that you want to be part of. It ain't just about boxing. It's not just about MMA. It's definitely more stuff involved. So stay tuned to Saturday, 3 o'clock. We will be doing a live show with Title Boxing Club out of Greenville, North Carolina, along with their owner, Carissa, and some of her trainers. They're definitely going to give you a lot of information, important information, good information, helpful information, so you definitely want to stay tuned. Again, we have, under the Screen Radio, the J Real Hip Hop Show, hosted by J Real. We got Political Nation, hosted by Tanya, and then we have Extreme Sports, Big T, LC, King C's, and Marvelous Matt. Check us out. You definitely won't be disappointed. Thank you for tuning in, and have a good day.